total assets under the contributory pension scheme rose to 9.03 trillion naira as in March 2019. The fund, which had continued to record a steady rise, was 8.33 trillion naira at the end of August 2018. Figures obtained from the National Pension Commission revealed that 6.5 trillion naira, representing 72.08% of the assets, were invested in federal government securities. Total workers under the scheme also rose to 8.6 million people in the period under review. The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, is urging local manufacturers in the country to obtain the mandatory conformity assessment program certification to make their products more competitive and boost economic growth. The Standards Agency gave the charge at a presentation of certificates of quality assurance to local manufacturers in Lagos. TVC News correspondent Ifunaya Eze reports.
It has often been said that the reason made in Nigeria products are not competitive is owed to questions of quality assurance that continue to challenge the authenticity of goods manufactured in the country. The Standards Agency is certain that quality certification will ensure companies become more competitive at the global level, while also boosting consumers' confidence on locally made products and the economy at large.
Markup ensures that all locally manufactured products in the country conform to the relevant Nigerian industrial standards before such products are presented for sale in all Nigerian markets and also for exports.
We want to encourage production of excellent quality product and healthy competition through the consistent compliance to relevant standards. So it's not just you have it today and forever. Number two is to encourage continual improvements on quality of products and production process.
Manufacturers of products were charged to maintain quality, more so for goods under the mandatory conformity assessment program.
You need to look beyond Nigerian borders. You need to start looking how to earn foreign exchange. So, and when you go to other markets, the international market, there's no shortcut there. What you put on the table is quality.
The Standards Agency says it will not relent in products quality assessment before introduction to the market, so as to prevent the dumping of fake and substandard products in the country. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
Britain has increased its loan facility limits to £1.25 billion, that's about 567.5 billion naira, for businesses seeking to import UK products, services and intellectual property into Nigeria. The country manager, West Africa United Kingdom Export Finance, Stephen Gray, made this known in Lagos on the sidelines of the UK-West Africa Agri-Tech Summit. Gray said Nigeria has a promising microeconomic indicators to attract investments. He adds that there is a growing drive by the government and the private sector to invest in the agricultural space, and they are ready to leverage the United Kingdom expertise and products into their investments. Developers of a multi-rotor hovercraft billed as the first flying vehicle to be powered by hydrogen fuel cells have unveiled a full-scale model in Southern California in a show and tell that raised some eyebrows but never left the ground. A mock-up of the futuristic aircraft dubbed Sky by its inventors was put on exhibit for investors, news media, and other invited guests outside the BMW Group's design works in a studio in Newbury Park. Engineering and avionics for the drone-like vehicle were developed by Alakia Technologies, a privately held company based in Massachusetts, but named for a tropical forest in Hawaii ranked as one of the wettest spots on Earth. BMW's Design Works unit contributed to the craft's design. The company touts the Skycraft as a promising new zero-emissions mode of personal airborne transport ideal for Southern California, a region long plagued by smog and infamous for traffic gridlock of epic proportions. While several car makers have struggled to bring hydrogen fuel cell technology into the automotive mainstream, Alakia describes its invention as the world's first hydrogen cell-powered air mobility solution.
Our Sky vehicle is a personal transportation solution for mobility solution. It's a clean vehicle, meaning it has a hydrogen power, which is totally end-to-end clean energy. It's a low noise by this design of these rotors, where we have them intended to have very low noise signature, which is both clean environmentally. It's capable of flying 4 or 5 passengers, depending upon whether you have a pilot or not.
So it's basically good for a quick check of your inbox. It's kind of interacting with your personal device. So basically the cabin interior has to deliver on certain amenities, charging of devices, reading lights, a quick tray for a snack, wireless connectivity and so on. So we want to make sure that the passenger feels comfortable and can go about kind of the trip and the journey with confidence that they can be productive and not sit still, only buckled in.
Well, that's it in business.